Good morning, children. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. So, students, today we will start a new lesson that is my financial career. This is the seventh lesson from our English treasure book. Before starting the lesson, let us know something about its writer. Writer is Stephen Leacock. Children, Stephen Leacock was a Canadian teacher, writer, and humorist born in 1869 in England. He is known for his light humor along with criticism of people's follies. My Financial Career is a humorous story by Stephen Leacock with a humorous content. The story is an interesting piece catching the humor. It accounts Leacock's painfully embarrassing experience of the bank. My Financial Career humorously presents a person's first experience in the bank. The main theme of the story focuses on the tension and stupid action happened in the bank. Children, there is much fun and laughter when the narrator makes a clown of himself through his words and behavior. So let's start the story. Children, the whole story is narrated by the author. When I go into a bank, I get rattled. Rattled means confused, nervous. The clerks rattle me. The wickets means the small openings in the glass or wooden panels with the staff in a bank. Rattles me. The sight of the money rattles me. Everything rattles me. The moment I cross the threshold, students, threshold means entrance of a bank and attempt to transact business there, I become an irresponsible idiot. I knew this beforehand, but my salary had been raised to $50 a month, and I felt that the bank was the only place for it. Children, according to this paragraph, the writer is very nervous when he enters the bank. The clerks, the counter, the staff member, the money, everything was making him nervous. And when he entered the bank and attempted to transact, he becomes an irresponsible idiot. Let's continue to the next paragraph. So I shambled means walked confusingly in and looked timidly. Timidly means he was quite nervous. Looked timidly round at the clerks. I had an idea that a person about to open an account must need to consult the manager. I went up to a wicket marked accountant. The accountant was a tall, cool devil. The very sight of him rattled me. My voice was sepulchral. Means the narrator was quite nervous when he saw the accountant and he became speechless. He asked him that, "Can I see the manager alone?" "Certainly," said the accountant and fetched him. The accountant said him, "Yes, he can meet." The manager was a grave, means serious, calm man. I held my $56 clutched in a crumpled ball in my pocket. "Are you the manager?" I said. God knows I didn't doubt it. "Yes," he said. "Can I see you alone?" I didn't want to say alone again, but without it, The thing seemed self evident. Means he did not want to say the word alone, but he used it again. This shows that he is very nervous. The manager looked at me in some alarm. He felt that I had an awful secret to reveal. Come in here, he said, and led the way to a private room. He turned the key in the lock. We are safe from interruption here, he said. Sit down. We both sat down and looked at each other. I found no voice to speak. You are one of Pinkerton's men, I presume, he said. Pinkerton is a name of detective agency. He had gathered from my mysterious manner that I was a detective. I knew what he was thinking, and it made me worse. No, not from Pinkerton's, I said. Something to imply that I came from a rival agency. To tell the truth, I went on, as if I had been promoted to lie about it. I am not a detective at all. I have come to open an account. I intend to keep all my money in this bank. The manager looked relieved but still serious. He concluded now that I was a son of Baron Rothschild or a young good. A large accountant, I supposed, he said. Fairly large, I whispered. I propose to deposit $56 now and $50 a month regularly. The manager got up and opened the door. He called to the accountant. Mr. Montgomery, he said, unkindly loud. This gentleman is opening an account. He will deposit $56. Good morning. So, children, in this paragraph, the bank manager was quietly informed that the person is here just to open an account with a $56 amount. So, he called the accountant to help the man. So, children, let's continue the story. I rose means the narrator stood. A big iron door stood open at the side of the room. Good morning, I said, and stepped into the safe. Come out, said the manager coldly and showed me the other way. I went up to the accountant's wicket and poked the ball of money at him with a quick, convulsive movement. Convulsive means jerky, means in some angry movement, as if I were doing a conjuring trick. Conjuring means magic trick. My face was ghastly pale. Here, I said, deposit it. So, children, according to this paragraph, the man is quite angry just because of his nervousness. The tone of the words seemed to mean, let us do this painful thing while the fit is on us. He took the money and gave it to another clerk. He made me write the sum on a slip and sign my name in a book. I no longer knew what I was doing. The bank swam before my eyes. Is it deposited? I asked in hollow, vibrating voice. It is, said the accountant. Then I want to draw a check, said the man. So, children, it looks very funny that the person first he opens the account, after that he deposits, and immediately he needs to draw a check. It is quite funny. My idea was to draw out $6 of it for present use. Someone gave me a checkbook through a wicket, and someone else began telling me how to write it out. The people in the bank had the impression that I was an invalid millionaire. I wrote something on the check and thrust it in at the clerk. He looked at it. What? Are you drawing it all out again? He asked in surprise. Then I realized that I had written 56 instead of 6. I was too far gone to reason now. I had a feeling that it was impossible to explain the thing. All the clerks had stopped writing to look at me. Yes, the whole thing. You withdraw your money from the bank? Every cent of it. Are you not going to deposit anymore? Said the clerk, astonished. And the man replied, No, never. So, children, we can see that the man first he deposits the $56 and then he withdraws the whole amount. But he wanted to take only $6 and instead of 6 he had written 56. Now he was unable to explain, so he is telling that he will withdraw the whole amount. So, children, to hide his foolish mistake, the narrator pretends that somebody has insulted him in the bank and he has decided to take away all his money back. An idiot hope struck me that they might think something had insulted me while I was writing the check and that I had changed my mind. I made a wretched means hopeless attempt to look like a man with a fearfully quick temper. The clerk prepared to pay the money. How will you have it? He said. What? How will you have it? Means how he will take the money back. Oh, I caught his meaning and answered without even trying to think. In 50s. He gave me a $50 bill. And the 6? He asked dryly. In 6, I said. He gave it to me and I rushed out. As the big door swung behind me, I caught the echo of a roar of laughter that went up to the ceiling of the bank. Since then, I bank no more. I keep my money in cash in my trousers pocket and my savings in silver dollars in a sock. Children, now the narrator exits the bank, leaving behind him a clearly laughter and amused group of bank employees. So, children, I hope you enjoy this story a lot. Soon I will meet you with a new video of our new lesson. But till then, keep reading, read this chapter once again, and enjoy the laughter.